Happy morning to all my dear students. I hope you all are fine at home and taking care of your health. So, in the last class, we have started a new chapter, that is India, a beautiful country. So, we studied about mountains, we studied about Mount Everest, the highest peak, and we also studied about the great Himalayas. Now children, do you know who was the youngest Indian ever to climb the Mount Everest? It was a 16-year-old girl named Shivani Gupta from Haryana. Okay, so she was the youngest Indian ever to climb the Mount Everest. Okay, isn't it? Isn't it a good thing to see girls and women getting uplifted? So, today we'll start with the new topic, that is plains and plateaus. So, let's begin.
In fact, you may have even climbed some hills if you have been to Shimla, Mussoorie or Nainital. The Vindhya and the Satpura ranges are in central India, Nilgiri Hills in South India. The plains. Plains means flat and leveled land. The Great Plains of India lie to the south of the Himalayas.
Okay, now what are plains? Plains means flat and level land. See, we studied about mountains. They are so high, okay? They are like this, curvy. But the plains are flat and they are leveled. यानी कि वो properly एक level में होते हैं. Okay? Now we are talking about the Great Plains of India. Where are they? They lie to the south of the Himalayas. That is, Himalayas के south part में होते हैं.
It is also referred to as Gangatic Plain. The rivers Ganga and Yamuna flows through the plains. These rivers may...
Okay. So, the Great Plains, what are they known as? They are also known as the Gangatic Plains of India. Why? Because the river Yamuna and Ganga flows from them. Okay? ये Gangatic name क्यों आया? Because of the river Ganga. Okay, these rivers make the land fertile. Now we all know, we have studied in science that we need a fertile land to grow crops ताकि अच्छी से production हो. Okay, so what happens in these plains? The land is very fertile and so the production of crops is very good.
Make the land fertile and therefore this area becomes perfect for growing grains. Plains are always thickly populated as plenty of food is grown there. The plains along the eastern and western coasts of India are thin strips of flat land. They meet in the south at a place called Kanyakumari.
Okay, now we are talking about Kanyakumari. I'll show you the picture. Okay, wait. See, these are plains and these are how the crops are grown over here. Kanyakumari. Now, this is a beautiful place. You might have heard, okay, it is situated at the southern tip of the Indian Peninsula. What is Peninsula? We'll learn that. But I just wanted to show this is how Kanyakumari looks like.
That but looks like a tabletop. It is high. Mahanadi, thin strips of flat land. They meet in the south at a place called Kanyakumari. The Narmada, Tapi, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri are the rivers that flow through.
Okay, so these are the rivers that flows to these plains, and this is why they make the plains fertile. As we studied what? That the plains are always dense. Dense means वो घने रहते हैं, उसमें बहुत सारा cultivation होता है crops का. Why? Because of these rivers, they flow from the plains. For example, which are they? Narmada, Tapi, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. Okay, you have to remember the names. Narmada, Tapi, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri.
Through these plains, then they fall into the sea. The plateaus. Where can you see an ice cream cone on the map of India? Yes, you're right. It is the southern part of India.
Okay, so where can you see the ice cream cone? See, this is the shape of an ice cream cone, isn't it? Triangular kind of cone. Cone का shape कैसे होता है? Yes, so this is the southern part of India. Now we have studied about the directions, isn't it? Now if you look at the map, you will see that this part is known as the South India. That is the southern part. Okay, so this is the southern part of India. It is flat but looks like a tabletop.
It is flat but looks like a tabletop. It is higher than the surrounding area and is called a plateau. The land here is very rough. The Deccan Plateau occupies the largest part of India.
Okay, so what we saw that in plains, the land is smooth, that is, it is in level. Now in plateaus, the land is rough. Okay, and the Deccan Plateau occupies the largest part of India. Which plateau? The Deccan Plateau.
Yeah, the rivers here depend on the rains for water. So, they become dry in summers and also when rainfall is poor.
Okay, so what happens? So, they depend on rainfall. This is why they become plateaus जो हैं वो dry हो जाते हैं when there is no rainfall. Okay, so these plateaus depend upon rains and so they become dry in summers and also when rainfall is poor.
As a result, the Deccan Plateau region is not very fertile. Look at the map of India. You'll notice the southern tip is surrounded by water bodies on all three sides. This type of land is called Peninsula.
Okay, now we learned a new word, that is a peninsula. So what we saw? See, this land is covered with water with three sides. Okay, तीनों side पानी ही पानी है. So this is known as what? This is known as a peninsula. Okay children, so you will notice this. So we will stop over here. We studied about the plains and the plateaus. Now plains में हमने क्या पढ़ा? That the area, that is the land, is in level. Okay, and they get enough water. Why? Because so many rivers flow over there. But in plateaus, the surface, जो ज़मीन है, plateaus की वो rough होती है. इसलिए land भी fertile नहीं है. तो इसलिए crops cultivation, फसल उगाना इतना अच्छा नहीं रह पाता. But it also depends on rains. If the rains are good, the cultivation will be good. The land will also be fertile. And then we studied about the Deccan Plateau, also known as the Southern Plateau. Then we studied about Peninsula. Okay, what was it? If it is surrounded by three sides with water, it is known as Peninsula. Okay, so now we will discuss some exercise, that is the worksheet part. Okay. The Great Plains of India is also referred to as dash. Now, what are they also referred to as? They are referred to as Gangatic Plains. Why? Because the river Ganga flows from them. Okay. Then, the next one. Dash forms the northern boundary of our country. The great Himalayas form the northern boundary of our country. Which rivers flow through the Great Plains of India? So, we have studied about the Great Plains of India. They are also known as the Gangatic Plains. So, which rivers flow? The river Ganga and Yamuna flows through the Great Plains of India. What is a peninsula? Now, peninsula is what? A piece of land surrounded by water in three sides. Okay? तीनों side water अगर surrounded हो, then it is known as a peninsula. Last one. Name the youngest Indian to climb Mount Everest. Who was it? Shivani Gupta, okay, from Haryana, was the youngest Indian to climb the Mount Everest. Okay? So, now I hope the topic is clear to all of you. We will meet in the next class. Till that, take care of your health and God bless you all. Goodbye.